Hello geometry students, welcome back to another video lesson as we continue to explore finding the area of quadrilaterals and applying them to perhaps real situations. Today we kind of encounter the last quadrilateral on your sheet, the kite, which also could be a rhombus. Remember, a rhombus falls underneath the kite. And so for kites, the formula is area equals 1/2 times d1 times d2. What do those d's stand for? Well, those are the diagonals of the kite. Remember, the diagonal is this inside, the inside lines here connecting those opposite points. The nice part is, if we remember back to the property of kites, they do intersect at 90 degrees, so they are perpendicular. And it doesn't matter which one we call D1 or D2, they're kind of interchangeable because we're simply multiplying. And again, the height is where we get that perpendicular altitude piece. And so it's nice that the kite does that automatically. So let's put one of these into practice. Find the area of this kite below. Now the trick here is that we have to remember the property of kites. Notice we've got this section labeled 2, and then this one down to the bottom is 7, but this section over here is only labeled 4. Well, the property of a kite was that this long diagonal bisected the other line. So this segment and that segment are congruent, meaning this one is also 4. So that's a property that you will have to remember from our kites. Now we can do 1/2. I'm going to say diagonal 1 is this long one, or 2 plus 7 is 9. So the first diagonal I'm going to say is 9. And then the second one will be the shorter one, left to right, or 4 and 4 is 8. So I've got 1/2 times 9 times 8, which is 72, or half of 72 is 36 square units. 36. But again, we got to remember that if they don't label everything, we might have to go back and use some of those properties from kites. Now, how do we use this information to work backwards? The kite has an area of 114. One of the diagonals is half. Find the length of the other one. So area of a kite is equal to 1/2 d1 times d2. And we're going to fill in what we know. The area is 114 equals 1/2. I'm going to say diagonal 1 is that 12, and then times whatever the other diagonal is. And then we're going to work on simplifying. 114 equals 1/2 of 12 is 6 times the other diagonal, which means we divide by 6 to both sides. And our second diagonal. Our second diagonal is equal to whatever 114 divided by 6 is, and that should be 19. So 19 units for that second diagonal. So a quick short lesson today on finding the area of a kite. The rest of the week, we're going to focus on mixing all of these different shapes up and trying to see if you remember how to find those different areas. So if you have questions on today's video at all, please make sure that you reach out. Otherwise, until next time, everyone, stay safe.